those results are just okay. A 2-2 four-game series split against the San Francisco Giants. And welcome in, everybody. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, a 12-9 loss as we are live and on location. How does Sparky say it?
Live.
Live. Two-syllable word.
Has a glitch in his voice.
Yeah,
that's weird. Sparky said this week.
And so you could edit that and just make it live.
Wait, can you play that one drop, Charlie, that I told you about at some point during the show on us today? Just whenever you want to.
Yeah, sure. I got you.
You drop it in.
Right here, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Can you just play it for the people real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate Stevie.
Let's hear some more Sparky.
That was the one I got yesterday.
I hate Stevie. I hate Stevie.
Oh, that
he's walking around.
I hate Stevie.
That requires a story, and we might get to that story.
We'll get to it later.
Yeah, but that was recent. That was late last night is what it was, after a Brewers 1-zip shutout loss. And by the way, they did put up one extra over the Snowman today. But
yeah.
You score 9 runs, you got to win that game.
Were there 3 Snowmen in this series?
I think so.
Yeah, right?
For the
16,
Brewers.
16, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they fall today, and we're talking about it here. Injuries, lack of pitching, Coleman Crow. I wish I had something good to say, but in the first 20 pitches of this game, he had allowed 3 runs and 5 hits. In the first 20 pitches of this game, they jumped all over him. That's the one thing I noticed about this Giants team. They will pick and choose when they ambush, and when they decide to ambush, they go for it. And they did against Coleman Crow. He lasted, 2 1/3? Then it was DL Hall. Hall leaves to injury. This is pretty important here for the Brewers. Not only a young starting rotation, but now DL Hall, who is having a good year. I say was. He's not dead. He's injured. We'll find out more details on that coming up a little bit later on during the show. But then Ulysses S. Grant Anderson leaves a shot in the arm, and he leaves to injury.
We'll see what happens. Both of them looked pretty rough, pretty banged up after, especially with DL Halls. Grant Anderson, he at least took a baseball. Could be a bruise tomorrow. You never know with those things. But DL Hall was after a pitch, middle at bat. It sure seems like it's a Brian Fitzpatrick, Easton McGee call-up situation. That would just be for both of them. Maybe you get Carlos Rodriguez out of this, but they don't need a starter from it. And Rodriguez pitched well in the bullpen this year. It was a big hit for the Brewers that this pitching staff really could not afford to take today.
So where are we? We're live and on location. Explorium Distilled in the Deer District. This is the first time I've been in here. This is a cool place.
Oh, yeah. Wow. They got the nice big window door open right now. Nice breeze coming in. You could sit outside, hear us while we're here inside, and easy access to the bar from outside on top of that.
Super nice. Explorium Distilled. Keep that in mind. If not today, and keep it in mind for future gatherings. But a beautiful day today. Unfortunately, the Brewers fall 12-9. Nicolay Law talking text line at 414-677-1250. You guys that have listened to me for a long time, I get frustrated. And I've had enough at times, okay? Not unlike a lot of Brewers fans.
Sure.
Tom. Who have you had enough of? Who just give me one player now we know Sparky's, right? I would assume it's Blake Perkins.
Yeah. I think is he a unanimous we've had enough of? Is there anyone who's like, I want to see more of Blake Perkins at this point?
One
drew a couple of walks today.
And drove in a run.
Yeah, well, because of a walk, but
That's right.
Yeah. How about this? Double play that scores a runner from third, not an RBI, but the run was batted. But when you walk, you get an RBI, even though you didn't bat the run in.
Or a hit by pitch.
Dumb baseball rules.
Dumb baseball rule. Because what if the game is tied in the 8th inning and you just want the ball in play? You'll give up 2 outs, but you took the lead. You don't get an RBI there?
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I think Perkins would be toward the top of that list. I think in terms of Brewer fans, there might be others. There could be others.
There's a power ranking now of this?
Yes, you've just simply had enough. Okay. I had one just enter my ranking.
Yeah.
You know who that is.
Well, you reserved it for the show, right?
White flag Woodford.
What?
It's time for him to go. It just is. I mean,
It's-
every team needs the mop-up guy, but you can't mop up with a 7 ERA.
Well, I mean, it's the difference in the game was one swing from former Brewer Eric Haas, right?
Difference in the game is 8 hits and 6-run inning. That was what you're talking about, the Haas grand slam. But Woodford, you can do better than that with just pick a pitcher down there. Come on.
How many games have the Brewers hit 3 home runs in that game? That's what I got to go look up
Well,
right
probably
now.
not many on a loss.
And well, there's
Not
no
many,
way. There's
period.
no way that it's a loss on there. Yeah, I can find it on here. That'll be easy enough.
As much as we've been applauding the pitching for the Brewers here, and they deserve it. They really do. But I have to just send out this little warning flare here. They're young. Now, here's what's going on here. Without Priester, without Woody, without Logan Henderson, I think he would be the next guy up. Henderson would be. Priester and Woody are still taking their time.
Sure.
You're dealing with a Shane Drowan. You're dealing with a Coleman Crow. You're dealing with a Brandon Sprout. Dealing with some young pitchers. Just be careful. Now is the time to face the Giants, the Rockies, and the A's. Now is the time to do that. The timing is good. So that's good luck for the Brewers. But just be careful. Be on the lookout, these young pitchers. I mean, what kind of disarray is this pitching staff going to be after a short start out of Crow? Well, he's going to get sent down.
Crow?
Right? You would assume.
Why? They can't, Tim.
They can't use him for another 5 days. He's not scheduled through the first 2 games in Vegas.
The
I don't
Brewers
know
have
how
had
you do
2
it.
games this season, by the way, with 3 or more home runs. This was the second one. The other one was Washington on April 12th. They had 4 home runs in that game.
Did they lose that game too?
Yes, they did.
Wow.
Okay. There
Bad
you go.
day for the need to hit home run crowd.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It doesn't guarantee victories.
7 of their 44 home runs of the year have come on those 2 games.
7 of the 44.
And they lost both of them.
Both of them. Just go figure.
That's terrible.
Go figure. But not only with Coleman Crow's short start, but you have injuries to DL Hall and Grant Anderson. More on that in just a bit. So it's in a little bit of a disarray here. Now, I will credit Robert Gasser. Robert Gasser is probably smiling ear to ear right now.
Yeah, he earned himself another shot, right?
Yep. Yeah, and he may end up in that bullpen for long. Who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe they're forced to keep Woodford. But I've had enough of him. I mean, it's time. Has he had some good outings at all? I mean, maybe a couple. He is in mop-up duty, so you're not really depending on him for much of anything. But even mop-up duty, that's what prevented you from winning this game. That right there. You're white flag Woodford. Now, it's Coleman Crow. I get it. He gave up, 6 earnings?
Coleman Crow today?
Yeah.
His final stat line, I have it right over here. Coleman Crow on the day, 2 1/3, 6 earned runs, 9 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks today for Crow. His ERA now jumping up to 5.94 on the season.
They just hammered him. Okay, but that's the start. That's early in the game. Now you got some offense to work with here. And you start coming back. You start making this a little bit of a game. They break it open a little bit. No, not so much. Now you look back on it and you say, well, they put up 9 runs. They all didn't come from Coleman Crow. And Jake Woodford, that white flag, sometimes he has to have success to allow you to come back and win a game. How about David Hamilton almost?
Oh, almost.
Oh, come on.
It's right there.
He homered in this game. Joey Ortiz clearly has lost his starting role.
Clearly.
Okay, so we can – I don't think anyone's going to be on the I've had enough of David Hamilton train, because some may have been on that train earlier in the year. Joey Ortiz, well, what are you going to do, hammer on him when he gets 1 at-bat a game or goes in defensive replacement? I think his stock is falling on that. He's got to go.
I've had enough
ranking.
Rengifo. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
I don't care how good defensively he was today. No Mo Rengifo for show.
The series.
Yeah, I'm over it.
Rengifo Gold Glove.
No, don't care. Don't want to see it.
So you're probably going to see some changes as the Brewers finish up this series, tying 2 games apiece. I mean, things could have been worse. You're 2-2 here. Now you head to Colorado, and I had to listen to Josh Mauer talk about how good the Colorado Rockies are.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're not. They're a bad team. And despite what's going on with the pitching staff, with the crew, you should win 2 out of 3 in that series. So in this 10 games, 4 against the Giants, 3 against the Rockies, and 3 against the A's, you're 2-2 right now with 6 remaining. You take series, you're going to end up 6-4. And that's what I targeted these 10 games. Wouldn't be the worst thing, 6-4. You're +2 in the 10 games, and you chewed up 10 or 11 days off the calendar.
We'll see. 8-2 is not looking good anymore.
Well, you need a sweep.
Need
yourself,
2 sweeps.
You need both. Yeah, I guess you need both. And that isn't out of the question. Brewers are 37-23 now through the first 60 games in the books here in the 26 championship season. Not bad.
I'll tell you the records over the last 5 seasons in 60 games. Now for the Brewers, you're going to like the results when you hear that. We'll hear from Pat Murphy today as well. And Tim wants to know who you've had enough of.
You've had enough of. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. I hate to be negative, but everybody on your team is not going to be a superstar. Right? Isn't that fair to say?
That's fair.
Okay. Well, are we breaking?
We're breaking.
We're going to take a break here. Explorium Distilled. I know I heard Charlie in my ear, but I just heard just a little mumble in there. I couldn't hear what he said.
I'll be louder next time. Don't worry, Tim. I'll be louder.
Oh, and he'll be better next. Okay, very good. Explorium Distilled in the Deer District. We are talking Brewers baseball. Beautiful day today. If you want to stop in here, we got some treats for you if you'd like to do that. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz talking Brewers baseball after a 12-9 loss. A 12-9 final today. The Brewers on the bad side of this one. As we'll get to Pat Murphy here in just a second. I did kind of hear, we are here live at Explorium Distilled in the Deer District. Really cool place, guys. You just want to chill out, and you can go outside, inside, whatever.
Sun is beautiful,
yeah,
hitting us right now perfectly.
Absolutely gorgeous. Talk some Brewers baseball. We just caught off the TV, Murph, and as I said last night, I don't normally want to hear. I want to hear it fresh. But he said every year, every season, at some point, you run through a catastrophe. And I think that's what's going on now. The two injuries, the beating on Crow, and then he ran through the litany list of other injuries. So that's sort of catastrophic, but, man, they're 37 and 23. Nicolay Law talking text line 414-677-1250. You'll hear from Pat Murphy coming up. Injuries on the other side of this break. We'll get you up to speed on the DL Hall and the U.S. Grant injury. But,
yeah,
Nicolay Law, who you just reached your end game with?
I got a couple things coming in here right now. First of all, Ted in Portland asking, is this worst loss of the year?
Yeah, pretty painful.
Painful.
Yeah, this is pretty painful.
We have a couple in here. A lot of Renhefo coming in on the line. Jake Woodford. Even one that's saying, I think I've had enough of Pat Murphy, even with the record right now. What?
Who?
I got a 414, and now
okay.
I'm looking to try to get this scrolling up here.
That's a vulture. Nobody would want him gone.
Come on.
Right.
We got a couple of Chicago people ready to fire Craig.
That's true.
They're ready. They're ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
Could you imagine after 3 years? What if he wins 3 Manager of the Years and Craig gets fired by that time?
Wow.
That would be amazing.
Would the Cubs have done better with Murphy as their bench coach?
Here's the question.
But that was going to happen.
Maybe.
Murph down to Chicago. No, he's talked about that. He was considering going down to Chicago to be his bench coach. I wonder if the Cubs would be that much better. Probably. All right, we'll take a break here, come back, and get more of your reaction. A tough one at American Family Field today. Good news. How about Jackson Churio?
Yeah, 2-homer day. Third time he's ever done that.
Finally, one goes over. A close call for Jackson, but this time he gets 2 of them. All right, Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here at Explorium Distilled. As there's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Little bit of a Dallas Cowboy game for the Brewers today. I'll explain that after the break, all right, because it'll make sense to you guys. Charlie Usen is our engineer today in the studio. 12-9 Brewers fall. We'll be right back here. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Yeah, it was a final today we'd like to forget a little bit, wouldn't we? 12-9, the Brewers fall to the San Francisco Giants. We are live here at Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Boy, that is really distracting. That music.
It sounds like you're charging into battle on this postgame show.
Yes, indeed. Holding up the dagger. But yeah, they lose today 12-9. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, we're here at Explorium Distilled here in the Deer District. Again, if you want a place to just chill and have a couple of beers.
It is a great, beautiful day for a jump into a bar and then easily accessible to the outside world.
Semi-outdoor even when you're inside.
You're wearing shorts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're a shorts guy, hey?
Yeah. So 12-9. We'll get back to your calls here in just a second. 414-677-1250. We are going to hear from Pat Murphy on some details here, but DL Hall with a pec issue. That's not good.
Grant Anderson update, no fracture, thankfully. So it
In
sounds
the
like it
forearm.
is just the contusion on him as well.
It's a forearm. So maybe things a little bit better than we thought, but just cross your fingers. As we'll get back to you guys. Nicolay Law Talk and text line 414-677-1250. Who have you had enough with? Let's go to James. Uncle James, we'll get to you, but let's go to James first. James, what's going on?
Hey, guys. This is James from the Good Land. And I just want to ask a question. How's the pipe bomb doing? Is he doing okay?
Pipe bomb's doing great. Yeah, he is.
Awesome. So all I want to say is this just proved it. We need a bat and another pitcher if Woodruff can't come back. And it's just like, man, I talked to Sparky the other day, and it's just, when's the time to just pull the plug and get this done? I'm 54. I was 11 when they went to the World Series in '82, and it's just like, it's time to pull the plug and do what you have to do to get this series here in Milwaukee. I mean, for Euchre, for all the people that have been waiting. I mean, we've had the Bucks, we've had the Packers. It's time for the Brewers. And you know what, Tim? I love you, man. I haven't called yet this year. I haven't called since last year, and I hope you're doing good. And Ortiz has to go and bring somebody up, and just let's get this thing done for once and for all, dude. It's time. Bye.
Okay. Nice, James. It's great hearing from you, man. It really is. So don't be a stranger. So Joey O on the top of his I've had enough list.
I don't even know if Joey O, is he in your top 3 of I've had enough?
Not anymore. Now that
I don't think
lost
he
his
is,
starting
right?
role.
I mean, he's not ahead of Perkins. He's not ahead of Rengifo for me. And he's probably not ahead of Woodford, right? I mean, I don't even know if Joey Ortiz can be in the top 3. I've had enough for me personally. You have your own list, and your fans have your own list as well. Feel free, 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talk and text line. A lot of Rengifo and Perkins coming up on this list. I've had enough of Sanchez, Frelick, and Rengifo from the 414.
Okay, easy does it here. That's my boy there, number 10. He's been actually doing pretty well here the last, couple of weeks?
He had a hit today, too, right?
Another hit.
And he was hitting 400 in the series coming into it. I think he was 4 for 10.
Yelly, by the way, a monster series.
Big
How
series
about that?
for Christian Yelich, too. Yeah, and the home run ball was flying. Churio, nice day today. Hamilton, really close to tying that thing up.
Wow.
That would have been close, too. But, yeah, I don't know.
I would say Perkins. I would say Perkins is probably going to win any sort of balloting, if you will.
Over Woodford?
I think over Woodford.
Yeah, probably. Makes the most sense.
But Woodford, for me, did he overtake Perk? Ooh, it's close.
White flag Woodford or I feel bad for you, Blake. Like, it doesn't roll off the tongue as well, but the nickname just as fitting.
It works. 414-677-1250. We'll head north. We'll say hello to Uncle James. It's a Thursday, so we usually hear from Uncle James.
What it do,
Uncle James?
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Yes, what it do? Another game that we dribbled in our boxers. Come on, guys. The first pitch of the game, you give up a home run and then 3 runs. And, I don't know. This game was, not good. I don't think at all. What do you guys think?
So, well, it's your turn to speak now. Who is on your I've had enough of list?
Who've you had enough of this year, Uncle James?
Well, it's still got to be Blake Perkins. I know I even mentioned it 6-8 weeks ago. I don't know why Perkins was on the roster back then. I asked if he cut Murphy's yard or he washes his car. I don't know. He's got to be doing something to keep his job. But I don't know. Woodford too, man. That pitcher, he never comes in, or whenever he comes in, he gives up 3, 4, or 5 runs. I mean, I know he had a birthday recently, and his wife, she was a blondie. She looked pretty hot on Facebook, but I mean, he's got to go too. He's got to go too. But hey, I got to compliment you guys. Last night was the first night that we had our all-star callers. I mean, you had Judge J-Mo, you had Beer County, of course, Justin from Mayberry, North Carolina. I think that's where he lives. Then you had Cousin Dim. He was out in Mara land.
Oh, yeah. Did you get a hold of Cousin Tim yesterday? Because did someone do a check-in on Cousin Tim?
Yeah, classic. And
wow.
then one more thing, Johnny checked in, too.
Yeah, I think that was Johnny's first call of the year. It was awesome to hear from him. Hopefully, he calls the show more often. So, but anyhow, I'm sure Eric Haas and Willie Adamas had pretty successful series against us. Don't you agree?
Yeah, Willie Adamas likes to hit in that park. There's no question about it. And Eric Haas came up with a swing, man. It turned out to be, when all things considered here, sort of the swing of the game, I would say.
Yeah, it was a grand slam. They lost by 3, Tim.
Yep, those 4 runs. But all right, so your top of the list is Perkins and Woodford, right?
Correct. And also, nobody mentioned this. Did Murphy kind of give up the game in the bottom of the 7th? Jackson hit a 2-run homer, and then he pinch hits with Sanchez, Ortiz, and Perkins, and he hits it over Terrain, Contreras, and Bowers. I mean, somebody must have gave Murphy a bad beer or something, because I don't understand that. So, anyhow, spark it up, folks. I'll talk to you guys on Sunday after work, and as always, keep the buzz buzzing.
There he is.
Thanks, Uncle James.
One of our favorites.
Yeah,
man.
Always a good time on Thursday and Sunday with Uncle James.
414-677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. St. Francis, Wisconsin. We say hello to Mike. Felt the need to call the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Hey, Mike.
Hello, fellas. Thanks for taking my call once again. A night game last night that lasted 2 hours and 15 minutes or so, and today's game lasted well over 3 hours. My question is, which would you prefer to go to, a 2-hour game or a 3.5-hour game? And of course, the answer is both. If you can make both.
You go. What a great question and a great answer.
I think we should go 2 or 4 though. I feel like 3.5. Like, we might as well 1 hour earlier game and a 1 hour later game, right? That would be the better question, Mike.
Well, you kind of feel robbed after a night of 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's a pitcher's duel. And of course, it's a 1-0 game. So I get that. But then you're sitting there baking in the sun today for 3.5 hours. So I don't mind sitting through both because I'm a fan. But you kind of just feel cheated, short. And this is the game that I thought I was going to have last night with, what is his name? The Crow dude.
With Gasser was on last night, though. Gasser was net last night. Yeah.
Crow did.
Yeah, this is a game I thought Crow was going to pitch last night, but it's kind of like Woodford is the victory cigar for the other team, so you're kind of like you're not really giving in, but you're giving in. You know what I mean? I mean,
Jake Woodford is the Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of teams have that guy. Yeah, a lot of teams, Mike, have that dude, that white flag guy that he's got to chew up some innings, and the guy after that would be a position player. But you still have to have a modicum of some success if you're still. Look what Bryce Wilson did years ago for the Brewers. They had determined early on when they acquired him, look, he's sort of going to be this long reliever and maybe a white flag guy. He worked his way into a pretty decent pitcher in a Brewers uniform.
They now have 4 Bryce Wilsons on this team.
They do.
They really do.
Yes.
Between Patrick, Ashby, Hall, and who's the other one?
Patrick, Ashby, Hall, and Drowan.
Yeah. All of them are Bryce Wilsons.
But now Drowan is thrust into the starting rotation.
Better Bryce Wilsons, yes.
Yeah. If you're going to be defeated by former Brewers, I guess I would like to say, it's okay to, that I'm glad that other former Brewers are doing well, just not against us,
Yep. All right. So who's at the top of your I've had enough list?
I don't want to say it's Perkins, but it's looking that way, and Ortiz. But I mean, what can you do with those 2 players? I mean, they are what they are. And so goes it if they come up with the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth, or if it's a playoff game and we're really counting on them, can we really count on our bench to save us and throw in a pinch hitter there at the end of the game?
Mike, I will make you a promise. That scenario will not happen this year. No, will not happen. I can make you a promise, not because I don't think the Brewers are going to be playing in October. They will not be a part of this team or taking that at bats, at least in that moment. No shout.
And then lastly, I'll just say this. There was a rumor that the Brewers should go after Tariq Skubal. I don't know what you guys feel about that or not. Like if we mortgage the future to go out and get a number one, but I would like to hear your thoughts on that. So.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call, Mike. It's always a good chat with you.
They might need to make a trade for a pitcher at this rate, Tim.
That's what I said it a week or 2 ago. If these injuries continue, you can't rule out going after another starter. And would it be a good one? Hell yeah, it will. So I was reading this morning, and it's day-old news, but you guys need to go ahead and get to that article, USA Today's Bob Nightingale, on the Dodgers possibly acquiring Skubal. And then it went into the Dodgers, quote, ruining baseball, and Roberts is flapping his yap again. And then it had some quotes from some of the players as well, and how we don't think it's unfair.
You can't fault the players for ruining the Dodgers.
Not at all.
Yeah, no. Go take. You got to go make your money.
No doubt. They put their hand out and people put money in it. Fine, you would too.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what I do. That's what I do here at work. I hold my hand out. My boss gives me money. I have some work to do, but he gives me money. It started my day off really, really bad reading that article. And I thought, well, do I bring it up today? We're live and on location here at Explorium Distilled in the Deer District. And I thought, no, you know what? I'm not going to be super negative with things like that. There'll be other shows, other times to bring that up. But you guys should, for entertainment purposes alone, read that thing. And you will walk away saying, how can they even think like that? What makes them think like that? Because they're in that situation. Robert's point was, it still takes so much to win a World Series. And he's right. But it sure is much better percentages to win a World Series when you have that amount of money.
They're also not even spending the most. And the Mets
that was his point. And he pointed right at the Mets.
Yeah.
He used the Mets as an example within that piece.
Does Dave Roberts have the easiest job in baseball or the hardest job in baseball?
Well, the expectations are there. Well, now look at all the division titles. And then he pointed to, hold on a second. Financially, this organization was in ruin a decade or so ago, and they had to file for bankruptcy. And it just the whole Crimea River from Roberts
thank you,
again.
Magic Johnson, for saving the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. It was crazy. And we'll get into that as we get a little bit deeper into the season. But as a whole, the 60 games in here, Mark, 37-23, pretty damn good.
I got a couple of texts coming in here. I'll read some on the Nicolay Law Talking text line, 414-677-1250. I've had enough of Woodruff from the 414. Not safe from this list either, obviously.
Wow. Okay.
And I kind of understand some of that sentiment, right? Where it's
frustrating.
Yeah. You gave this guy the qualifying offer, right? Gets $21 million to come pitch for the Brewers this year, and now he gets hurt again. And you assumed that risk with giving that contract, though, from the beginning.
I still don't think the organization expected him to take it.
I would say no, right? They didn't think so. They thought they'd get a pick out of this. They thought they'd get a comp pick. He'd go sign a deal, and they'd be able to get something on the back end of the first or the second round, and they'd get a comp pick for it. And ultimately, not just him, though. A lot of players took it this last offseason. They wanted to.
Grisham was one.
Right. You probably just wanted to make sure they had some contract money coming in, and before what we know could happen with the CBA coming up here. This is a great text from the 414. Never met or seen Uncle James in my life, and I definitely know exactly what he looks like.
Yes, whatever you envision, that's him.
That's Uncle James.
That is crazy.
Oh, we love you, Uncle James.
The thing on Woody, though, the thing on Brandon Woodruff, number one, again, I'll restate that. I've said this before. I don't think the organization expected him to take the $21 or $22 million qualifying offer. Okay, that said, he took it. He talked to his agent. He talked to his family and said, dang, 22 mil, I got to take it.
Yeah.
I have to take it. With his injury past, and he just had to. So that being said, here's where I've come to with Brandon Woodruff.
Freelick from the 775. There's no reason to play him and keep Vaughn on the bench.
Vaughn needs to play. So I don't know. You want Vaughn or you want Freelick? Vaughn's numbers are great. But just to finish up on Woody, I would just shut them all down. What are we doing here? We're just going appearance or live BP by live BP. We're going soft tossing versus playing catch versus live BP versus 3-ups. Ooh, we got 3-ups. So we got 4-ups. We're hanging on the edge of our seat. Triumphant return of Woody. Just shut it all down until August 1.
Let's keep going on the Nicolay Law Fan Talking text line, 414-677-1250. Bill is in Iron River. What's going on, Bill?
Hey, yeah, there's a couple of comments I want to make about the Dodgers. How would they like it if the rest of the league, they had to put 4 strikes on a batter to get it out and 3 balls on a walk? They wouldn't think that was fair. This is not fair the way the economics of baseball is. That's all there is to it. I just don't buy it, what they're trying to sell us. I think it's a load of crap. Excuse my language, but that's how I feel.
How's the deck today in Iron River?
Beautiful, beautiful up here. 78 degrees, light wind, and it's cloudy, but that's okay. So anyway,
not
by the way, it's Iron River,
right.
Wisconsin. I know one of your callers thought I was calling from the Upper Peninsula. I'm close, but I'm in Bayfield County. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, I'm sure Uncle James thought he was calling from a river, an actual river.
It's missing on days like today, man. And I think about it all the time. I really do. I'm really into radio.
Yeah.
I mean, we are.
Correct.
On days like today, of all days, would be sitting on a deck like Bill, or listening to the ball game, getting out of work today. It's a day game, and I miss Uke.
Yeah,
I do. On days like today, maybe more than any other day, it's days like today that you just miss him. That's just, yeah. And what made me think about that was Grindle and Maurer were talking to a relative of Uke's about the Usinger stuff.
Mhm.
And that made me think, man, a day like today, I want to be on my deck playing with the dogs and listening to you right now.
It's a perfect baseball day,
Yeah,
right? It's kind of
yeah.
the start of the summer.
Yeah, it is really,
Most
yeah.
kids out of school getting
Mhm.
close to that at least right by now. and-
Graduations, you're
yeah.
planning your vacations, you're planning on which games you're going to go to. You got the Brewers pennant race just in full go mode right now.
Or even more, it's like a get out of school day, end of the year, nothing really going on during this time,
But you
right?
didn't skip. You were a goody right?
I think, yeah, we'll keep it that way so that crooked-headed mom always thinks that too. That'll be fine. Yeah.
414-677-1250, Nicolay Law Talk and text line. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz, we're at Explorium Distilled here in the Deer District, across from the Pfizer Forum. Official address 333 West Juneau. So keep that in mind. And our parking was pretty darn close.
I do know. Do you know?
Don't.
Oh, what do you mean?
Don't. with
Okay.
that joke.
Would I get a cringe from the grandkid on that
would
one?
be- oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's cringe, peepaw.
Yeah. So, again, there are going to be changes made here for the Brewers moving forward, whether that's due to injury, whether that's due to changing personnel for lack of productivity. There will be changes coming. And I don't think they will necessarily go down altogether, but they'd be in succession over the course of time. You don't want to change too much right now. I get changing, but do you want to change too much? There are some Brewer fans. I should, you know what? If I can find it, I'm gonna pull it up, a text message. You don't have to give the name, but you're gonna be this buddy of mine. He texted absolute wholesale changes. You get rid of everybody. Get rid of all these guys. Get rid of, and then you can't. They're 37 and 23, man.
Tim,
You can't do that.
You set me up beautifully. In 2025, 32 and 28. In 2024, 36 and 24. In 2023, 32 and 28. In 2022, 33 and 27. In 2026, the best 60-game stretch at
The last 5
37
years.
in 23.
And 4 of those division titles.
Yeah.
And this is the best in the past 5 years. At 37, that's why. That's my point here. Is that just in succession? Yes, you want to knock Blake Perkins down to Nashville. Cool, I'm good with it. And then you let that marinate for a little bit, whether that's Badu or Lara or whoever. Bring him on up. Let that settle in. If it's Woodford next, and he goes for who knows, bring up pitcher X, Y, or Z to be the white flag guy. That shouldn't be that hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be that hard to find that back end of a blowout game kind of pitcher. So and do that a week or so later. They're not all coming at once. I know what people want. I know what some Brewers fans want. They want Cooper Pratt and they want Jet Williams. Both of them come up. They want Perkins gone and then Lara up. There's 3 right there across the board. If you want to throw in a Gary Sanchez, now we're talking 4. Now it's Woodford. You can't do that. You just can't do that. Not at 37 and 23. If they were 23 and 37, I think you could make that argument. Maybe we'll have one of those Black Mondays, multiple moves.
We'll
But
see what
you
happens
can't
with
now.
it.
You just can't now. All right, we're going to break, and
We're
we're going to
breaking,
hear from
yeah.
Pat Murphy. I didn't hear that. Was I supposed to hear him?
Can you not break? Can you not hear that music going in the background?
I don't.
Oh, all right.
I don't hear the music.
No, nothing. What if I?
There it is.
Okay, there you go.
So
I got
you had it
I got
down.
you. No, I didn't. I turned it up. This right where you told me that was perfect. Clean your ears.
So in other words, I just was at
Now
the
the
ear
papers are
doctor.
flying everywhere.
They said it. My ears are great. All right, we'll take a break here. Explorium Distilled here in the Deer District as the Brewers fall 12-9, and we're talking about it. Still no off day, so we're right back at it tomorrow. It's the Rockies in Denver. More on that a little bit later on, but we'll hear from Pat Murphy, get updates on these injuries that occurred today in a massacre in what Murphy says a catastrophe sort of situation with his pitching staff. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios at Explorium Distilled after a 12-9 loss.
The game is over, and it's time to hear from the skipper on the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Okay, guys, what do you got? Yeah, we don't know yet. Either one. We're investigating. Hall's going for MRI. Yeah, we don't know. Oh yeah, it was subscap and pec. Subscap and pec were both hurting. We don't know how serious. But anytime you have the subscap or you have the pec hurting, you're going to be cautious and make sure. Anderson's took a line drive off his forearm. Right now we're seeing his contusion. We got to follow up and make sure that once the swelling's down, the second, or X-ray it more than once. So that's all we know on that. Hey, I say it all the time. This season and every season will give you the full catastrophe, the full major league catastrophe. We've had a surplus of injuries early, we've got 3 starters out right now, Priester, Woodruff, and Henderson. We've got relievers like Zerpa and Koenig that were going to be part of it. That's 5 major injuries. Rob Z's out again. So you got 6, and I'm forgetting somebody, I'm sure 6 pitching injuries already of guys that might have been on the team. So that's half your staff. But, we've always found a way. Now you have potentially 2 more injuries. You give up 20 hits today. That's usually not a recipe for 8 starters or 8 pitchers out of your top 15, and then 20 giving up 20 hits. I think that's probably not a recipe for a first place club. But look where we are. Yeah, I mean they're going to always play hard. You know what I mean? Like they're going to play hard, down 12-3, and get some guys out of there that need to get off their feet. Trang and Contreras and Bowers. You get those guys off their feet, and lo and behold, it's 12-9, and ball's traveling 101 towards the center field fence, and you're thinking maybe. But yeah, I'm just proud of our guys. They play hard. This is baseball. This is how it goes. You're not in the teams in the major leagues never win 140. They don't go 140-20 for a reason, because look at that Giants team. They've got some stars over there, some all-stars, and and they're very, very talented. And like I said, they didn't come into the season thinking, this will be a rebuilding year. They came into the season saying, hey, we're going to beat the Dodgers, and on any given day they can. So yeah. It doesn't matter if it was a short start or a long start. It wasn't good. Yeah. No, it wasn't good. So he's a young kid. This is his 4th start ever. And in the big leagues, he's given us 3 pretty good outings. This one wasn't his best for sure. He'll learn from it. He's a great kid. And, they have to sometimes have this outing in the big leagues to know that, like, wow, I can't be behind an account. I can't be sloppy. I got to execute pitches. Yeah, I mean, those rolls are tough. They can go either way. It depends where the other team's rolling, and ball squeaks through. All of a sudden, guy gives up 3 runs in a mop-up roll, and you're like, it's not very good. Or it goes the other way. They smash the ball right at people, or they're not in it because the game's over, or they're in a bad state. So it can go either way. That roll's hard to evaluate. It truly is. But Jake has been willing. He's been a great teammate. he's been incredibly willing to take the ball for as long as we need him every single day. So I don't tend to look at that with the same glasses as you look at other spots on the staff. Is the way he's pitching going to give him the chance to be in a different role? No. But I think he's a great teammate, and will take the ball at any time. And I think those people are needed. There's a reason he's been in the big leagues this many years.
Opening play with Churios and too close to the wall. Is this a tougher spot because of how long the line track is?
We've had a lot of guys rob a lot of home runs. You saw one today, right? Didn't Vaughn get robbed of one today? So we've had a lot of guys rob a lot of home runs in this park. It's becoming prevalent in Major League Baseball that home run robberies are they're 5 times as many as ever before. So you got to practice it. You got to become good at it. He's not at this point, you know what I mean? But that's a skill that takes time, and he's been injured this year and all that other kind of stuff. So it's hard to practice in spring training, but you have to do it. So we've got to get to that. But it's still, in the moment, you're moving a long way. It's tough to judge. And that happens more often than it doesn't. Or the guy gets caught on the wall, or the guy mistimes the jump.
That's just what I've been through at Las Vegas. What do you expect to come back? Stadium.
I'm sorry, but I'm not even thinking that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure it'll be, the stadium's a minor league state, AAA stadium. The ball flies, so it's no different than playing in Chicago when the wind's blowing straight in. You make the adjustments. You know what I mean? There's adjustments to be made. You can't make outs on the bases that day. You can't. You got to adjust your game a little bit anytime you're playing in that. But it's not something I'm thinking about. We're going to Colorado, the same thing. Things are different. So it's all part of it. Like I said, the full catastrophe is alive and well in every Major League season.
Who gave the crew some breathing room? What play was it? It's time for the insurance run of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance. On the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Churio with a drive to left center. It is back, and Churio's got another one. Box of Churios comes in handy.
That was a blast.
Okay. He was like, I don't know if we're going to get to 8 today. Better get something in.
Instead of snowman, it's box of Cheerios today. Cheerios, sorry.
I'm sorry that we bully you every day on the show, Jeff. I don't mean to come off that way.
He should just go off on us on one TV show.
Yeah, one. I think that's what we're probably fishing for at this point. It's probably just get us a mention right there.
Knuckleheads. Yeah. It's probably radio.
Heard some clowns talking the other day.
Sports talk shows the other day. Some knuckleheads were on the air. G2 Insurance, run of the game, and it's brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
Yeah, in sports, you want a teammate who's been there before. In Wisconsin, that teammate is G2 Insurance Services. They aren't just an agency. They are your friend in insurance. Whether you're a business owner needing a specialized BOP or a homeowner protecting your family, G2 builds relationships on honesty and value, from auto and home to complex commercial coverage. Tom and the team at G2 have been the neighborhood pros since 2004. Don't get caught without a game plan. Call G2 Insurance Services today at 262-784-0644 or visit them at g2ins.com.
Well, you just heard from Pat Murphy. Get the update on the injuries there. You got the update on Jake Woodford. Now a 694 earned run average. He's taken the ball every time he's asked and go as long as they've asked.
And just get punched. I mean, like, he's taking the ball and taking a beating, Murph, every time.
I mean, and I want him to want a better role. That's the player you want there.
Yeah.
That's the player
Good
that's
point.
upset with being the white flag Woodford. I want to be in the rotation, or I want to be in higher leverage out of that bullpen. If he's content with that, that's probably a player with a 694 earned run average that needs to go work on his game.
I agree. And then, but unfortunately, it feels like the reliever options. We did talk about Craig Yoho, but it's never really clicked at the big league level for Craig Yoho. And the other ones are Fitzpatrick, Rodriguez, and
I think Carlos
McGee.
Rodriguez would be the guy in the Woody role, in the Woodford reserve role.
What did they call him? Medium Woo?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's rare. That thing is not cooked.
And to be fair, Murphy mentioned there that you grade him on a different scale than you would other pitchers. Fair enough. And I think that's true, because you come into games where the other guys are just free swinging. Everything's just, house money, and they can relax. And, you're supposed to be getting outs there. Okay, fine. Graded on a different scale, where a 5 ERA would be okay, not 7.
Think your boy Cam Wagner is going to start moving his way up through these ranks?
I want him to.
He's in Double-A right now, right?
But they got to get him to Triple-A. Although Double-A jumps have been known to happen, probably less these days than in years past. I recall a pitcher by the name of jumped from Double-A. He may have just gotten the one start. Signs was his last name. Mike for the Brewers.
Signs.
Was it a Mike Signs?
Michael Signs.
I think something like that. He made the
Signs
jump from Double-A.
It's not ringing a bell.
And he pitched pretty well for the Brewers from that Double-A jump. But again, different grading scale for a white flag pitcher. But there's a big difference between 5.5 ERA and a 7. Well, he's 6.94. Not to cheat Woodford out of that. Okay, we'll take a break here. We are live and on location at Explorium Distilled. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. Check out this place when you get a chance. There'll be weekends coming up for you. What do we do this weekend? Let's go down to the Deer District and walk around and make this one of your stops. Explorium Distilled here in the Deer District. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network mobile studios here out and on location after a 12-9 Brewers loss. Wrapping things up here after a 12-9 Brewers loss to the Giants. They earn a split in the series. You could say it for both teams. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here. Final couple of minutes at Explorium Distilled in the Deer District.
That's a good question, though. Did the Giants or the Brewers earn the split?
Yeah, who earned it?
Giants have been worse this year.
I mean, you scored, 24, 34, 33 runs in the series, the Brewers did.
And they split. Oof.
Oh, yeah.
That's
you got to
brutal.
take advantage.
That's brutal.
Yeah, you give
8 runs a game and you split the series?
Ouch.
That sounds rough when you say it all out.
That's tough. They're going to go back at it tomorrow, hitting the road. They're out to Colorado to face the Rockies in a 3-game weekend series. Is that Brandon Sproat sighting on a Friday night?
Yeah, Sproat. That could be really bad. That could be really bad. Tim.
Buckle in. You've earned a cushion here.
I'm worried about Miz in Colorado.
Miz, well, his stuff, I mean, the fastball is going to play. I mean, we know that.
Yeah. But still, I mean, if it gets touched, right?
The off-speed stuff. Brendan Doyle, are we on Brendan Doyle watch?
Is he still with Colorado?
I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, he's going.
He's ruined my day a lot.
He's hitting 700 this series if he is there.
If they were smart in Colorado, they'd bat him third.
He is still there, batting 207, 1 home run, batting second this season.
He will triple his home runs this weekend. Yeah, for sure.
And he will be up. Looks like he might be injured though. So.
Barry Bonds not in the series.
Doyle using injury break as a chance to reset.
Okay.
What a headline.
Normally it's the Brewers resetting his numbers.
Okay.
But, all right. Yeah. It'll be Aaron Morse with the leadoff show tomorrow, getting you ready for first pitch.
I have a day off on a weekday. I don't know the last time that's happened.
If that's going to happen, you do it on a Friday or a Monday. Rami
Well,
Malkoff
it doesn't really work for me since I work Saturday and Sunday.
That's true.
Every day is Monday in my world.
That's true. Hey, we're grinding here, but it's a fun grind at 37-23 through the first 60 games of the championship season here. I'd like to thank the folks here at Explorium Distilled for having us here and our tech crew over there. I almost gave them a T-shirt.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. But, Charlie, thank you. We appreciate you dealing with Sparky today, and then us all in the same
and
day.
Mitch Thundernose and Mason Crosby. I had to deal with a lot of personalities today. Yeah,
that is true.
Yes,
man.
Yes, you did.
The Lord's work, Charlie Usen. That should be his nickname.
Real quick,
Iron Skillet, Aaron Morse, and Lord's work, Charlie Usen.
Lord's work, Charlie Usen.
It's not bad, right?
I like it.
No.
I like it.
Charlie's producer. I mean, like Sparky's producer,
and Aaron the Iron Skillet Morse.
That one is. Just so dumb, but so good.
It might stick. It's not as good as Pipe Bomb, but it's close. Aaron Iron Skillet Morse. Love it. But yeah, okay. So you guys we'll see tomorrow. Real quick, Charlie, Brandon Sproat in Coors Field. Give me his line tomorrow.
I say he goes 4 innings, gives up 3 runs on 2 home runs, 5 strikeouts.
Okay.
Would you take that?
No.
I
Want 4 innings
5 innings.
Yep.
5 innings, 3 runs. Tops.
5 innings, 3 runs.
Yep.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go 4 1/3.
Ooh.
4 earned. 3 bombs.
Holy. Yeah.
Good. I'm not on Sprout right now, as you can tell.
I
I might have had enough of Sprout. Maybe at the tail end of the show, I might have realized that.
Now remember, this is the one I'm looking forward to.
Okay.
This is the one where he's going to pitch dynamite. You watch.
4 walks.
You watch. 5. You know what? Quality start.
Wow.
Quality start out of Sproat tomorrow.
Okay.
Mark it down. All right. That's going to do it for us. Explorium Distilled in the Deer District here. Check this place out. We put our stamp on it. For Charlie Usen, Tommy Wortz, my name is Tim Allen. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday night. Enjoy this beautiful weather and a little late night, 7:40 first pitch for tomorrow. That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, we'll take that. So you guys have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. And remember, as always, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.
Just